So today, as promised, I am going to make lentil soup with green lentils. So first of all, pot. I'm going to get right into it because the first video that I made was quite chatty. I had to cut around 10 minutes or so out of my video. Hilarious. Anyway, so olive oil. In there we are going to put a bulb of garlic, my wee baby bulb, but garlic is one of your preferences, so make a bulb or maybe a clove, or if you really dislike the taste of garlic you can omit it, it's not necessary. I love garlic, so we will get some garlic in there. I've already got some popped, so I will chop that. I saved some leeks from one of the £1.50 little boxes that you get. So there is probably in this bag 2 cups. I'll probably just add a cup of the leeks in there. So that's about half the leeks that I had stored, about a cup worth, which is roughly 250 grams, plus the garlic. So I have taken the skins off the garlic. I'm just going to smash them a bit. Another bit of fun fact for you. There are a few different methods for releasing all the volatile oils out of your garlic. One is smashing them, and they supposedly, I am no scientist, supposedly that it's different oils, different reactions. So smashing them gets one type of oil from them, chopping them gets another type, and it also dictates what type of flavour you get in your soup. Like I said before, I love garlic. So good for you, very good for you. So I had from the little £1.50 box is from two different boxes, 2 celeries. So I separated them into the ones that have got the leaf bits, so I'm going to use some of those. I'll probably again use a bit of cut. I think that's a good rule of thumb. So a good handful, and just chop that up into wee bits, quite small. Not everybody likes celery. I think actually celery can cause a stomach reaction to some people, you know, making you burp. Same as cucumber and garlic. Not really sure why. So we'll chop that into some nice small bits. So there are base ingredients that you want to put into your soups. Celery, onion. So we put leek in instead of onion. So that's leek, garlic, celery. This is the carrots that I chopped yesterday. This is all the rest of my stored carrots that I grew in my garden. So there's a kilo in this bag. So I'll use a cup, which is about a quarter of a kilo. So we'll take about a quarter of this bag. And then at this point, we will saute the vegetables that are in the pot for now. So you've got some olive oil in the bottom of your pot, and you just want it on a medium heat, nothing too strong. So that's just olive oil that's in the bottom of that, and we'll just stir this for probably roughly 10 minutes because the carrots take a wee while to saute. So those vegetables have been sauteing for a couple of minutes. and I am making potato and lentil soup. So I don't have any big potatoes. I'm a great believer in just using what you have. So I have a small bag of wee baby tomatoes. I've also, as you can see, started to grow some eyes. So I have absolutely no qualms about using these. I just peel off the eyes and well, I'll probably put them in about this size in my hand. That's about the size that the potatoes are. So any that are this size, I will chop in half to make them all roughly the same size. And this is if you're following along and doing the week challenge of making soup for every day for a week. Soup is not very filling. Well, depending on what soup you make, I suppose. That's probably enough. So there's probably about 2 handfuls there, so that's about 2 cups. The soup isn't very filling, so we'll put these in. Pop them in to the pot, and they can just marry down, simmer down as well, and get a wee partial steam. So soup is not very filling, and so you probably want alongside it some nice bread, or if you put things like potato or pasta in it, soup that you would put pasta in, and beans, which is coincidentally what I'll be doing tomorrow, is minestrone soup. So you need something to fill out your soup to make it a meal, because otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose. Defeats the purpose of trying to use everything that's in, because people, your family members, will just be going searching the cupboards for something else to eat and snack on later on if they are not full with their dinner. So you need to have some sustenance in your meal. Potato is one of those that it's like a natural thickener, and will definitely help fill your wee tummy. And in these dreary nights, it's actually really good to have a nice wee warm cuddle that is soup in your tummy at night time. It's also great for freezing. You can just pop it in the freezer. Loads of leftovers. Usually on a Thursday night, which is my class day, my upholstery class day, on a Thursday night we have potluck night. So there is usually odds and ends in the freezer of meals that I have made, like 1s or 2s, and we just choose what we want and take it out the freezer for Thursday night. So when you've got soup in the freezer, it's fantastic. One of my daughters is not a hungry girl at dinner time normally, unless it's pizza, surprise surprise, or spaghetti and meatballs. That's a family favourite. So these ingredients have been sauteing for about 10 minutes now. So what I will do is about a teaspoon of salt, shimmy, pepper, my favourite. Now this might seem like I am putting loads of pepper in. It is not a great grinder. So just put as much as you want in, salt and pepper, and any condiments are absolutely to your preference. So whether you use butter to begin with to saute your vegetables or any other oil, it is a personal preference. There's lots of things influence how you make your soups or any of your food. Lots of different things. I like olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, because it is healthier for you. It's one of the things that are my bigger spends. So at this point, 2 stock cubes, which make a litre of water, a litre of stock. I will, however, put in a full kettle, which is 1.7 litres. green lentils. So I will put in half this jar. So that is a cup of green lentils. And I just eyeball it. So I usually take a look and see how full my jar is. Put my thumb where the halfway mark is. And that is it, that's all I do. And then I mix this through. And I do it like this. Lots of people don't do it like this, but I do it like this. Add all the ingredients first before I add the water, so that all the flavours, that anything that I have put into this, seep into each other with a wee bit more strength. That is just a belief that I have, whether it's true or not, who knows. But that's what I do. And whilst the kettle is boiling, that is all the time that I will leave this in the pot to marry together. So remembering to keep mixing your pot so that it doesn't all stick. And when your kettle is ready, just pour it all in. Pour it around the sides to get anything that's stuck up the side of your pot. And that's it. So now that is all the ingredients in my pot that I am going to put in. So just make sure you're stirring the bottom so that if anything is stuck to the bottom of your pot, you are making sure that you are not creating the start of something bad, because if you leave it unattended for any length of time, then that will just keep on sticking and then you'll have burnt lentil soup, which you don't want. So I will then put my lid on, turn that up a wee bit so that it's boiling. So after about 30 minutes or so, my lentil soup was finished cooking. Green lentils do actually take a little longer than red lentils. So what I have done is, using my splotted spoon, I have spooned out a fairly good sized bowl of the vegetable and lentils. So quite a lot of the liquid, because it was in for a longer period of time, so quite a lot of the liquid has gone or infused into the lentils. So I am going to add just a wee bit more boiling water till I think that that is, because with lentils, so that was about another, well, says 4 cups on my kettle. So with lentils, the longer you leave it in the pot, the thicker it gets, because it still absorbs the moisture. So what I am going to do is, I didn't take all the vegetables and lentils out. I am going to blend with the liquid what is left in the pot. Once you have your blended ingredients to the consistency that you want it, you can add the rest of your things back into the pot and give it a good stir. And it just gives it a more, a thicker consistency, your soup base, rather than just plain liquid. You'll find that with a lot of soups, the liquids separate. This should not separate, so you shouldn't get a clear liquid at the top once it separates, and all the goodness at the bottom. You shouldn't have to remix this. I mean, well, you would mix it to redistribute all your vegetables when you're pouring it out. But that's it, green lentil and potato soup.